We're gonna be streaming now. We have that 2:30 time happening now, which is interesting as well. But I do expect this to continue dropping for sure. Just a matter of ifs and whats. You know what I mean? We're gonna be streaming.
Same thing.
Yeah. Bad. No. No, I come back.
I'm not sure. I'm going to pretty hard by the way.
Why?
Because all the ones around here are closed.
Oh, okay. Oh man, I don't even know what we're gonna go live here 1 second. Alright, we're back. You're looking at USD, right? So we're gonna cover USD, a little bit of a corrective move. You can see our price here pushed up higher. We're covering this. Just looking at this from a little bit of a SMC's perspective, we had this FVG that we rebalanced clear as day on this H1, right? This though H1 we had no inducement, so price did go a little bit higher than we expected to. You know, we had this OB right here. It looks like it's what actually got mitigated, and we were unable to kind of go back up higher than that. So this demand zone is still holding for EURUSD. I'll show you guys the speed. Oh, we got Hershey's drops, man. So fucking god. Let me show you the screen real quick. Where is the? All right, here we are. So we got this EURUSD decline right here. We got these lows. Looking at H4, that's the H1 OB that we looked at we mitigated right here. Right? Looking at that, we didn't really have any quite of an inducement that made sense here. It definitely looks like these equal lows are going to want to get grabbed here. So price went up higher here. A little bit of a corrective move. We sweep that liquidity right there. Boom. Price dropped down. Right here we broke some structure. Looks like right here we had a higher low point, corrective. We broke that structural leg that led to the high. This could have also been used as an inducement, but the real leg of structure for sure from this upside was this. So once we broke this, we had that BOS, and then price here dropped down, dropped higher, made a new level of demand within this breaker. Then price again went up a little bit higher, demand, dropped down. It looks like now we have pretty easy FPG to spawn on, hands on right there. So that's gonna be my trade setup if we can get back up to that level, because that is where we are at from where you are at a premium, right? So USD right there will be at a premium, and we do have kind of equal lows that most likely will get trying to get grabbed down here, right? So we'll see from there. Prices want to continue dropping, but it shouldn't want to continue dropping from that angle. The trading in session made a little bit of sense here. Price dropped down, broke, FEG, looks like a rebalanced stats. Dropped down as well. Honestly, probably shouldn't even go back up to that level, because let's keep looking at price here. Yeah, this should probably be the FG that it holds from, because we had this higher low point. This could be used as a POI more than anything. So the sells are definitely right now for USD. Looking at price, definitely try to short this back up down to those lows right there. That's what makes the most sense for me because up there, right, we already have this M1, M2 structure, rebalance. Most likely I won't want to rebalance any of that. And I won't want to go back up higher. That doesn't make much sense. And if it does, this will be used more as a POI. So sells for sure. Where we're at right there. Stops above. Target the lows right there. That's an easy setup for USD. Alright, we're gonna continue trading on the YouTube. If you guys wanna hop in the YouTube, right? YouTube is smart money pedigree. Peace. USD should absolutely him out here, for sure. I'll give you a second while I look at your answer and I'll tell you. Damn, might not pan out as we wanted it to for USD. Might hold at those equal lows, that sucks. Looks like we're in the money. Looks like I might hit the M5 there. But I don't know yet. I'm just gotta be patient. Just be a little bit of a sweep here. Come on, EU. No, you want to. Damn, looks like it's in that M1 right there, bro. It looks like I wanted to hit that out of that M1. It looks like we might just want to go back up to take the highs up here of this M5 one. I don't know, honestly. A little bit skeptical of price going higher, but it looks like it might want to go back up to take these highs up here. They just hit that level of that breaker that we had. So let's see. Definitely be taking 2 sells though. Definitely be eyeing for price. If it breaks this, if it does go higher here, then we'll be eyeing for price to go back down to these levels here. Right? For sure. We can take this and stops above and then still target the lows. Could be a nice little 1-to-1, 1-to-2. And it really depends what price does, but for now we're gonna continue with the M2 because this will make sense on a smaller time structure basis, We're breaking M1. We're breaking M1. Looks like we are breaking M1. Damn, what a melt for gold. Fuck. You know how long I've been eyeing this old gold melt for? I probably tried to short gold like 5 times yesterday, bro. I tried to short gold here. I got stopped out. I tried to short gold here, right? I got stopped out, and then of course after that, it completely fucking declines. Patience is key, bro. Fuck, what gold got my ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been trying to short gold for a minute. I knew she was gonna drop. You can see it even from a retail perspective, right? Like if we apply retail ideology to this, what's happening here? We had a corrective, then price broke structure, then impulse correction, drop down, impulse correction, right, drop down. So even from a retail perspective, that was pretty easy to spot that gold was trying to short here. S&P, I'm actually pretty confused here that we had this decline here, but it could just be rebalancing some stuff. The entry in the morning was pretty easy to spot. Look at price, we had all these equal highs that we liquidated. Then price here, we had a little bit of a sweep down here. With the sweep becomes this OB right there. With the FVG right there, you can be targeting the highs just right here. Pretty simple stuff, right? That becomes a nice little 2-to-1 right there. Stops below, target the highs right there. Boom, easy stuff. And put your shots below there. Nice little 3-to-1. Medicated that and hits that TP. What's going on, Charles? All good, brother? Oh man, EU, bro. Fuck. What a headache. It's definitely looking like going super high though. Yes, 30. Well, this right now is EURUSD. We're currently trying to trade EURUSD shorts. Watch out for the downfall. Could be. Yeah, could be for EURUSD. But then we can even. This level is still batted, but a price, like I said, I might try to go back up to mitigate this because this is. We're still, realistically speaking, we are at a discount, from this high point to this low point. We're very much at a discount, right? So you'd want to sell part back up there at 0.61.8 level. Or above of that premium, but again, it just depends, right? It just depends with the market here. I can mark that off for you guys. That premium above, right there. We got that prime. We are at a discount, so this is a little bit of a riskier trade, but I'm just looking at M2, right? So M2 is what made the sense for me if this to try to go lower. So I'm following with the M2 structure. You know what I mean? Because you gotta start applying structure by structures, right? Like, yes, some make sense when you're looking for these levels. Like sometimes you could try to win the C for price to get you that perfect M5 entry. But think about it like this: what you're looking for right here, right? This M5 FEG, a lot of traders are going to be looking for the same thing. So that's when you want to try to take yourself a step back and then ask yourself, right, what's currently happening with structure and what makes the most sense. So if you look at this from a different angle, right? If you just kind of drop down to M4, M3. If you look at M3, right, what happened here? We actually had dropped down, we made a new lower high point that led to a lower low, and a pretty easy to spot FEG right there. So it's kind of already hinting to you that price wants to drop lower here. A lot of people are going to want to be long in this. Why is that? Because if you look at price, here's M15 level, M15 kind of leg of structure here. There's going to be these eyes on these longs. If you look at H1, pretty nice wick rejection. Again, eyes on longs. If you look at H4, again, people are going to be trying to long this, but we understand a little bit more of structure here from SMC angle. So a price here rebalanced out of this demand zone, was unable to go higher, and then it's now trying to drop lower to take off those equal lows that we have marked off, right? So pretty simple stuff. We're gonna eye the lows on here. Nice little 3 to 1 to target or to start off for the day if we can actually hit that TP. Right? And if we don't hit that, well then this FEG is still valid, right? We can still take it from this. And then that will recuperate our losses from this trade. And we can even go a little bit lower over here for sure. The price does want to drop lower. We could be aiming for easily, probably more than the pips that I'm going for right now. We could probably be going for at least a good 30 pips below right there. And that could be a nice little target for you to spot for. I do only scalp, yeah. I tried to hop in some daily trends. Like I said, I was trying to do that with gold, and it just didn't work out for me, bro. So I'm gonna go back to just scalping shit. It depends on the way the market's responding for me, but I prefer scalping, to be honest. It's just way easier to spot things. Can understand what price is doing rather than trying to go for that overall move. You can just take that little moves, take a little grain of salt. On a repeated basis, you're fine. You don't need more than that. Let's fucking go, guys. We hit 100K. That looks crazy on the Instagram, man. Jesus, I fucking appreciate you guys. That's insane to look at. That looks like, wow. That's so nuts, man. That's so nuts. We hit 100K on the gram. Holy fuck, man. That's crazy. That's mental, bro. Wow. I could cry right now if I wanted to, honestly. Fucking you, dude. I might go higher here, bro. Shit's so choppy. Like, what do you want to do? You know, you're still respecting these levels, yes. You might try to give us a little bit of a sweep. I mean, we're not even in session yet. That's the other part. Fuck, I put that in a picture frame, bro. That's crazy. Best news in EU, what time? Fuck. EU with the fucking pop, bro. We're doing so good. News? Oh, news happen right now? And this could just be a fake out. Oh, 3 a.m. But we don't have news right now, bro. We don't have news today. Very choppy news, if I'm being honest. Most likely, price will go back up to this M5 that I'm talking about, and from there, we could start dropping. That's what I'm thinking. What is this shit? Oh, this is the session. Okay, all that. We did make that M15 FVG. That's also pretty interesting to spot right there, right? Look at this M15 FVG that we have, literally right here. Just kind of boarding around there. Very interesting as well. Whatever. I had this EURUSD short right here. This is gonna be definitely like our go-to setup right here. Stops above 9.1 pip stops. Target the highs right there and go for the lows right here. Or even TP1 you could go for these lows, but definitely you would want to see your price drop a little bit lower. You may grab these right here. That's fine. Nice little 2-to-1. That'd be perfectly fine. That would be your EURUSD setup for right now. In this EURUSD move that we're currently happening, or that's currently transpiring for us, for sure. I'm actually going to close it on my Discord as well. Damn, what a pop, bro. You guys think we more from here or what? Gold definitely choppy right now, not much to look at here. Price might give us a little bit of a corrective move upside, but not ideally what I'm looking for when I'm trading stuff. Now we have this impulsive move. This could be used right here as a selling pool, I would think, right up here That could be something that you have your eyes on from this bearish FEG, then turn bullish. Bullish, turn bearish for sure. That could be one of the setups that we have there. And then from there, maybe we could be looking for price to drop down to these lows down here for EURUSD. I mean for gold. EURUSD. You could definitely try to sell this right now, even if you want to, or wait for price to go back up to that level, whatever you want. I'm in it. I'm gonna continue holding this EURUSD shorts. I do believe that will drop here. I don't preferably like to drop it now though. We do have the M15 FEG as well, so keep your eyes on that. We might just have that decline happening now. Because if you look at M15, here we have an FEG pretty easy to spot as well. So you could definitely just take the sells where it's at right now. I would suggest it, more just take the sells right here and then just play a little bit safer. So go for those stops on there. Yeah, we're definitely EU shorts now. So go for those EU shorts if you're not in it. This is definitely like my go-to setup. So this hit stops. I mean, there's nothing you could do. Like, we went up fine. We broke structure fine. This is literally my go-to setup. So if this does hit stops, then that's just the name of the game. Nothing you can do. Damn, you're gonna do us like that, man? Come on, EU. Oh, knowing the way it's going up here. How annoying and frustrating, to be honest. We do have to keep in mind that we also do have this OB here, right? So that's another thing. We do have this M5 OB that we could just keep our eyes on. As long as it doesn't break any of this, we're fine. You know what I mean? We'll be fine as long as it doesn't break any of that. And then we could be looking for price to potentially drop down lower there. Let's look at M4. M4, we have the FEG could still rebalance as well. It's another thing there. M5 though, it's the biggest time frame that makes the most sense here. What size account do you trade? We have a couple. So we run 100Ks, run 200Ks. Right now I'm trading a 250K E8. That's what I'm trading as of now. Let's go, come on. We're still alive. Yes, sir. Give us that decline that we want to see. I'm on EU. It's pretty good stuff. That's a nice little FEG drop from EU right there. We are heading to session as we speak, so that could be something as well. Let's go, EU. Come on, baby. You guys think it respects this FVG here and then goes up higher and completely drills us? Or we continue this decline? It can do one of the two things. It can respect this FVG here, go higher, wreck us, or it can just continue dropping down here. And I'm skeptical of both, right? Because it is realistically speaking a nice demand zone, but overall structure is bearish, right? So that's a part that's a little bit like ifs and whats. Because overall, this is a demand zone, but we are bearish from this H4 leg. We obviously drop down here, you know? So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, we just get that nice decline that we want to see here, and not a bullish move up higher. The shorts make more sense for me on the longs, I'll tell you that much. Looking great, let's get it. Let's get it, Charles. How much lots currently trading? I'm in a 30 lot. Man, that's fucking insane, boys. We hit 100K on the Instagram, man. That's crazy. It's actually fucking mental, bro, that we hit that. Jesus Christ. Alright, so if you guys are not in this trade yet and you want to be a little more patient, this is definitely a setup. Right here, I would say a nice free entry. Let's see if price here wants to decline or we're just hitting that stop loss. One of the two things, right? When these things happen, either we hit that stop loss, we respect that level, or we just go back up higher and actually respect the FPG. There's nothing we can do about it if that were to happen. Looks like we're actually respecting at that M5 FEG at the bottom, which is very interesting to see. But keep in mind, this is at 3 a.m. open, so we do have a lot of inducements happening right now. You're in the same 250K challenge? Nice, brother. Ah, fucking you, man. It's looking interesting here. It's looking like I might want to go higher. We'll see. I'm a little skeptical of this M1 OB here. Dropping down here to the M1. We did just rebalance out of this, so we'll see if that was actually what it can. But if we break that, I think it's over for us. You know, I think we're just gonna. We did just rebalance out of this, and it might look like we hit this breaker, the small M1 breaker. Looks like it did this down to us right there, or mitigation block, whatever you want to call it. That would suck. You know, we have context how to go for these shorts. We are at a premium. We did respect a little bit of the M5. We had this decline here. This could just be just another retest of that or an inducement for buyers to get on the long, and then price kind of goes short, right? So it's a little bit of ifs and whats. Just being patient here, to be honest. How annoying, man. How annoying EU, how it's behaving with us this couple of days. Minute wick long time frames? What do you mean? Price might even try to rebalance this. I don't know. No, I don't know. Right now we're above the M5 FG that I wanted to see. I did not want to see this for sure. This I did not want to see. That's a little bit unfortunate to look at. But as long as we're ending below it, it's fine. So as long as we're ending below this FEG and this OB, it's fine. But unfortunately, I would like to see price. For sure, I would like to see it completely drop once we mitigated it right there, right? And then it looks like price actually mitigated this M5 and then starts going higher, which is unfortunate. We kind of have the sad part about EU right now is that we're stuck in both ends, right? If we look at price here, this was a sweep, but these are equal highs as well. So we're kind of trading in no man's land right now. There's equal highs here. There's equal highs here. Right? And there's also equal lows here. So we're kind of in this middle of a range here. And it looks like price has been trading between this range. So if anything, price dropped down. Looks like it might have hit this demand zone down here, right? And it might try to go back over higher to rebalance that. I don't know. It's unfortunate for us because this short did make a lot of sense for me. But it's looking a little bit skeptical now. That's unfortunate. I had this H1 demand that held here. H1 dropped down, rebalances FEG, rebalanced. I don't know. EU's has been a pain to trade this couple of days. This week has been already like a a rough week for me, you know? I'm really missing the market all too well. Demand right here, I expect. I don't know how I could have seen this, honestly. Like, we could erase this and try to see the opposite end here. You know, we're obviously dropping higher now, so this is definitely not going to be a setup for us to try to short. I'll tell you guys that much. So we can erase this short and try to go for the longs now. It's all about adapting, right? Once you broke out the FEG, that's really showing you enough hints that price wants to go higher there. So we do have a decline here. We'll be back up to the FEG, and then from there, we could try to adapt for price to go back up higher. I have M1. Do we have anything there? No. M2. Anything now? M3. Oh, you got the M3 right there. So that's more than enough for me to try to take that sell or that buy for price to go back up higher there. Right here. And then right here. Once price makes the FEG from there, I'll definitely be trying to eye this long back up to those highs up there. And recuperate my losses right there. It's just about mitigation, right? So I'm trying to mitigate my losses now. Once we go back up to that level, and then we can go over why this happened after, for sure. Alright, so that level is currently happening. We're currently going to drop into that M3 level that I told you guys about. M2, do we have anything? We do have the M2 level, so that's also fine right there. You could just look at this, take it from there. It's fine. Stops below right here. Probably shouldn't want to rebalance that. It would want to drop from there. So I'll expect price to drop from here. Nice little breaker here as well. Right? And if this does hit stop loss, then that's when we just end the day, you know, kind of go over what happened, but it really shouldn't. So that's the setup that we're in for EU right there. Let's see if it actually does pan out here, what's happening, or what the price wants to do for us. Or something else, just take a trade the other way. That could be true, right? You could try to do that, but it's just making sense of things, right? Because if we look at price, for me, the last true point where price should have dropped was going to be this breaker, right? Or this FEG right there. So once we go back above that FEG, this becomes to me a buying pool, right? So there's gonna be people trying to buy this, or FEG mitigating their levels up here, right? And then we also have out of that level, we also have a smaller FEG right here within this M5 time frame. So price is gonna want to try to go back up higher to rebalance those levels above, right? So that's kind of my my thought process on this, right? Once you break this FEG, this is that bearish point. Once you break that higher, price is gonna want to go back up to take off these equal highs above, possibly even to take the equal highs above right here. There, guys can spot right there. So it's kind of just understanding the context. We are still definitely bearish with the market, but it looks like as of now, we're trying to go back up higher to rebalance both of these areas here. So, we'll see. We did just make the anti-FEG, so it's another thing. Context on that as well. Price might want to drop down lower. So if you're not in this trade, you might want to be a little bit skeptical because you might want to come back to this 50%. You might want to have stops a little bit more cautious here to aim for these highs above, so you can just move this a little bit lower, I would say. Even if it's a 2-1, just play it safer, and then you could add another order down here because I am thinking this is going to go higher for sure. There's a lot of everything?
Yeah.
So what do you got?
We only had
So monthly?
yeah, we only had Sprite.
Bruh.
I put no pickles, no onion.
Gotcha.
That's your son, bro.
The 100 looks crazy, huh?
Yeah.
The 100 looks crazy.
Yeah, bro. You want your papitos? Toma. And they only have 2 pickles. Want spicy buffalo? I'll go beef.
You said Dan want all the VIP treatment too?
What?
So we said Dan want all the VIP treatment too. That's facts, brother. That's facts. Well, of course I'm in, yeah. Let's go, boys. So price shouldn't really go back down here. I think it's just hold to go back, take the highs up there for sure with EURUSD. Pretty easy to spot that M2 FEG right there. Made the most sense. Price probably was not. I want to drop down to the M5. Just a little bit too obvious. Now we have that rebalance here back up to take off those highs. Above, the M5 was showing us that it didn't want to respect that demand. It actually wants to respect that supply. So that's what happens.
Are you done with this?
Who's in this with me, boys? Anybody? I missed that entry? Wow. Sorry to hear that, brother. I'm sorry to hear that. Definitely put stops to break even here. Price should not come back down to this. And if it does, well, it is what it is, but it should not want to. That's where you just move stops to break even. The price does its thing. This is where I eat my food. Be at peace with the market. You know, I have my stops to break even. I don't care what the market does. Whatever, do its thing. I don't think so. I think we hit TP on this one. I want to borrow those cheeseburgers, bro. Those cheeseburgers crispy corn.
You ate it already? They're like your stomach. Are you like full? You are hungry like that.
You guys think I'm gonna break even, bro? I don't think so. Yeah. Feel like a fire. I just devoured 3 cheeseburgers, bro. Oh, full shit. That can't be healthy, right? That can't be healthy. Wait a minute. But a bearish one? Nah, bro. Hell no. You definitely gotta know how to adapt to things, right? So, like, whenever you had that, I know there's a lot of things that happen, there's a lot of things that I would do in the past. And it'll be that, I'm trying to find the short. Like, let's say, this is what we start doing subconsciously, right? When we're looking at a downtrend, like let's say here it is right now. It's currently, obviously, it was downtrending with this H1 OB, right? From there, we had that decline right here. We dropped down. We made then this FEG right here is M2 FEG, and then we made this M5 FEG, and then you could count this M1 as an FEG as well, right? So think about it like this: there was 3 points or 3 instances where people including me, right, we're trying to short EU. So once this one breaks, it's already a hit, right? We broke out of M1 structure. Then once this M5 breaks, that's another hit. And then again, it keeps going. So just like I was looking for these levels, subconsciously you're going to be looking for M15 levels and say, okay, this is M15 FEG or M30 or H1. You start going a higher time frame to start looking for that FEG that's not there. It's part of the algorithm. They want to confuse you, and they want to make sure that you understand what price is trying to actually do. Right. So the way that I could tell you to not complicate things so much is just apply smaller time frame structure to bigger time frame structure and what is actually happening. So once you start breaking out of these M1/M5 levels, those are going to be the significant levels that make the most sense. For you to then continue, like let's say we have, what's the infrastructure right now happening with EURUSD currently as we speak? Well, as we're currently speaking, the M5 structure would be from this high point to this low point, right? We can see that we broke it. So what broke this? This broke it. So for me to tell myself that, right, I'm back to being bearish from this M30 FEG, then I would need to see a complete break of structure here, or a complete break of this FEG, and then from there, short it back down, right? Until that's not happening, then we're still going to continue looking for longs, because as of now, we're breaking out of every single time frame, which is M1, M5, M3, M2. So if that continues happening, I'm not going to be looking for M30 FEGs if smaller time frames are still showing me bullishness. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you guys because I would do it a lot in the past before. I would be looking at FEGs or looking at OBs from every single time frame when I'm stuck in one bias. So you guys saw how we got subbed out of EURUSD fairly quick. And as soon as that happened, you got to understand, you have to adapt to what the market is actually trying to show you, because the market always has two sides, right? And if you can adapt faster than that, then just going for the opposite thing or over leveraging your account, take that loss early, adapt, continue with the trading, take the separate trade that makes sense to you. If you can see it, if you don't see it, then step back a little bit, and then ask yourself, right, what did I do wrong? But I was quick with that because I look at M5 and I ask myself, right, this was the last true point that price was for me going to be bearish. And if we broke that, which we did, I started looking and asking myself, where does price want to go here? And made that clear. M2 FEG back down with this down close that obviously grabbed liquidity and wants to go higher. So once that happens, you can take that FEG without really much context, just looking for those equal highs as liquidity above. So again, what do you guys think people are doing in these levels? They're shorting, right? What do you guys people are doing in these levels? They're still trying to short this. So people in these levels are all compounded of shorts, and that's just building more liquidity for longs to gear up and go higher. Until they shift their end and until it's balanced out, then you will start seeing drops happening. But until those people are stopped out, which they won't be, because just like Charles Joe said, that 30-minute FEG, they're still gonna keep looking for those shorts when they're not yet there, So we can be safely, and if they get there, well, we're already risk-free down here. And sometimes I guess that we're wrong, it's just the part of trading, but it's just from a experience standpoint that I know these things, and that you can start understanding, what's the whole point of SMC. And it's always understanding that if you look at things the way that retail is looking at things, you're always going to be in the wrong side. You got to be sure to apply what makes the most sense. You're not just buying, and then if you get stopped out, you're selling. You know what I mean? No, you're buying, and if you got stopped out, you have to ask yourself, right? Well, was this a sweep, or does this make sense for me to try to go back on that sell? Right? Are we gonna actually continue sweeping? Because sometimes what happens is, again, this is a retail thing. So you get stopped out in the buy, and then you go for the sell, and then price continues going higher. So then that's when you're gambling. That's when you're just gambling. You're not really looking at structure. But if you can understand the certain typical things like that, okay, I sold here and then I broke that structure. I can look for the buys that make sense to me with still risking a risk management idea. Then you can take that, and you're perfectly fine. You just have to understand that you have to adapt quick. Gaming is a game, and the algorithm is always moving. You know what I mean? How do you do with losses? So majority of the times, I would say 80% of the times when I'm not trading live, I would take 2 trades. So 2 trades per day, and if those 2 trades stop me out, I'm done for the day. So like I would just step back, ask myself, what I did wrong, look at the market. I would do like a forward test, right? So I would get off the market completely, and then later on at night or in the morning, depending on what session I'm trading, I would look and see, what the market actually did, and then from that, I'm actually getting knowledge of, okay, this happened, that liquidity level happened, that was the open, this was a sweep, this, that, all the things that make the most sense to me. Then from there, I'll be looking at what price is actually doing. You know what I mean? And that's how you don't get discouraged, because you take 2 trades per day and you're fine. You're good to go. You're not over trading, you're not over leveraging, and you just fall into a rule set, right? It's kind of like a rule set. But when I am trading live with you guys, majority of the time I'm not using my own capital. I'm either 1, passing challenge for somebody, 2, passing challenge for myself, or 3, just kind of understanding what the market is doing and tapering. Majority of the time when I am trading live with you guys, I'm not trading in my live accounts. I'm trading in challenges that I'm trying to pass. So either it's for challenge passers or just for my own challenges that I'm trying to pass for more capital and funded accounts. You know what I mean? So I could take more than 1, 2 trades. I'll take 3 trades, probably 4. It's fine by me. After that, then I'll probably take a step back and then see if I'm doing something wrong or right. Or I could take 4 winning trades and continue going. Because then I'll start, adding that capital to more. So like, let's say I take that losing trade, and then let's say this winning trade got me 5K profit, right? I can use that 5K profit for more leverage. So instead of risking, let's say 1% of that trade, I can risk 2%, knowing that I still have 1K profit, and that 2K profit will get me higher to the goal. It's just a lot of things that go in depth when it comes to passing challenges and stuff. But where are you from? I am from Colombia, but I am currently in the United States. Damn, how bad I want to eat that cinnamon roll, bro. Fuck.
Why aren't you not gonna eat it?
I'm full.
You're full, we're eating your cookie?
It's different. It's a small cookie.
You already ate too.
Have you tried the London high-low strat? I have not. What the hell is that? I don't know where this shit's moving, right? It's all stuck, bro. Do have an empty FPG here. That could be something that wants to get rebalanced there, for then price to go higher. Now we do have this entire range right here. Kind of didn't get rebalanced from this. Oh, this might be a break even. Fuck. It looks so close, but yeah, these highs right there. I feel like again from structural points, looking at this is where it gets a little bit harder, right? This is where you can get really lost in SMC, right? Because think about it like this, right? There's two things that happen here. One, we still have equal highs right there, right? For the second thing is that we did just have a sweep right there. So now you have to ask yourself, is this considered a sweep, or is this just price dropping down to rebalance out of this FPG that we have pending right there, right? That's when it can get really confusing as far as SMC goes, because yes, you do have a sweep, but you do also have this M5 FVG that could try to get rebalanced from to go back up higher. So that's when certain things I try to stay away from. Like for this, I'll still try to get on the long. It's fine that I hit that break even. I'll still try to capitalize on the long here. But what I'm really focused on now is, right, we have this sweep here. I'm going to use this more as context, right? I don't just want to blindly look for this as long as I want to make sure that I see a little bit of a M1 break of structure, because now this is considered a valid sweep, right? So I need to see price showing me something that makes sense that price here wants to go back up higher, right? I won't just blindly go back in the short, because you can see right now we are breaking structure. Now we did drop down here, we rebalance out of that, we dropped down, hit that break even. So we have to start seeing price wants to make a lower high point here, and then from there doesn't want to continue to go higher, that we actually have a break of structure here, and then now we can continue to try to go in for the short, and that means that this sweep actually was valid, right? So it's two things that you have to always be looking for when you're understanding PA, right? But the market shifted on M1, correct. So it shifted on M1, but we still haven't shifted on M5. So once that M5 shift happens, then there we could be looking for that sweep. You know what I mean? So M1 looking fairly bearish now, fairly bearish at this point here. Looks like we might just have that clean grab or drop down here. The way we dropped down was very impulsively, right? This is kind of calling for the shorts. This could definitely just been a sweep or an inducement for liquidity. So that M30 could have been right? This M30 could have been right. That FG that Charles kind of pointed out to us. We'll just have to see now. We are still holding this M5 M15 structure point. We did just break an M15 leg, which is interesting to me as well. So we'll just have to be patient here and see what price actually wants to deliver for us heading forward. Just take it the other way. What do you mean? Price management mitigation block? It might. It might. So again, this is right here what I want to see, right? Right here you can see we made build that M1 FEG that looks like we actually rejected from. So this is already context to me that this is structure point right here, right? We're making a swing high point here. we have 1, 2, 3. These candles are going to be, if it's lower than this candle, then we have build a swing high. If we get a clean break out of this, then from there I'll be looking for price to go back up higher to take these highs above up here and possibly even up here. And this wasn't really a sweep of liquidity, it was just price correcting down from overbought structure, right? So we had this low point right here that corrected down at that 0.60 or right below at a discount, right here. We can rent that off for you guys right there, right? And then we can get that clean break up here, right? And we can get that clean break up here. Then we have price again dropping down to roughly that 0.78, 0.68 OTE level back down at this discount as well, right? So, and now it's all about being patient, right? But let's say that we actually break this. If we break this completely here and we get a displacement zone, then that means that this M5 FEG is now bearish. So I won't even count this OB as bullishness. I'll be looking for some shorts that make sense here, which looks like that's what we're getting right now. Again, it's all about adaptation, man. Adapt to price. Looks like we are dropping fairly strong here. Fairly nice, good inducement from the FEG there. I'm looking to see how price wants to do here from those ranges down here. That makes sense to us for price to go lower. You could. All right, so we see that right there, that right there. All right, so there it is. Target the lows right there. You have a nice and easy 3 pip stops. Targeting the lows down there for these lows here. Damn, EU. You don't want to rebalance at that level that I was eyeing. So M3, M2 we did, but the FPG there as well. M1 still makes sense for us to try to go for that short for sure. With a clean break out of that. Sweep, drop down. A little bit of FPG right there. Looks like a smaller context of MMX7, if I'm being honest with you guys. Now that I look at it, we have this right there. We have a redistribution right here. A distribution. Last leg of distribution right there. And looks like we have a smart money reversal right here. Boom. Right. Boom. Drop down. Could be the first leg of structure right there. Right. Let's see. Let's see if we're right with our MMXM. Alright, short's triggered in there. There she goes. There she goes, guys. Adaptation, baby. Damn, you. It was looking good, man. That was actually looking pretty good. I'm confused here. I like the setup here. It made sense. Once we broke that, looked like a complete MXM happening here with um these connections that we've made above, right? Still a little confused here while we're going up like this. Trying to make sense of this or what it is that it's trying to hit. Maybe that breaker up there? I honestly don't know. We could have held that OB, but we dropped below that 50% threshold as well. I'm a little bit skeptical of these longs, to be honest. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know. EU sometimes can be a little bit of a weird pair to trade, if I'm being honest with you guys. Could be a little bit of a sweep there, right? Could be. Oops. I'm trying to move that. This was where we were buying before. Right? This right here is where we were actually buying that M2 FHE, you guys remember. So that could be another thing as well. So shop it in these markets, bro? Mm, could be. That could be another thing. Yeah, gold is definitely very choppy. But the EU has been giving us some nice moves, you know? It's just adapting. That's really what I think, just adapting to it. I think we might need some little bit of a breathing room up here, though, for sure. With EU, maybe make this a bit higher, like 4 pips up there. Probably is more of the go to. Looks more doable. Damn you little asshole, man. You don't want to play out with me today. Any advice for phase two? I'm down 3% with 3 weeks left. Fuck. Um, okay. That's a lot of time. How much are you risking per trade? That's the starters, you know? Fuck, I think that's gonna go higher, bro. This is just giving me points that it wants to go higher with this OB right there. Rejections. Literally, this is what I wanted to see. You know, before we broke under that FEG. That's the part that's like really annoying. That's what I wanted to see. Fuck, man. But now that I'm looking at it, you know, this is just I'm kind of just confused all aboard. You know, I think I might just call it a day. This price is really kind of just messing with me in my head today. You know, I want to go for the shorts, and I also want to go for the longs. You know, TJ doing great today. What are you looking at with TJ? This is looking like it's gonna have a little bit of a sweep up here. All these equal highs above, just very choppy. What I don't like though is that this OB did break that threshold right there, so that 50% kind of got broken. Oh man, what a bull candle right there though. What a way to drop down here and then just show us the complete opposite of what it wants to do, right? Man, I hate those type of candles. EU. You're playing on my heart today, man. Let's see. I don't even know. I really thought we were gonna drop down here. I really thought we were. Looks like we hit that M5. As we close, yeah, for sure. We got stepped out of this trade. Looks like our MX time did not pan out. You know, price here. We build that FEG, drop down a little bit once we make it, go up higher, break that balance stats. It's looking like it's going higher now. But I definitely just want to stay away right now. I'm gonna see what price gives me. Because it's looking fairly choppy, you know? Now, this was a sweep, we'll know it. We will definitely know this is a sweep in a few seconds here. This is very annoying. Honestly, it's just a no trading zone right now. That's what I would say. We have a shift inside that OB. We did have a shift. Yeah, we definitely did have a shift right here. Once we broke this right there, we had that shift. Yeah, I know what you mean, but we went below that threshold, right? We went below that threshold that you're looking for when you're trading from FVGs, right? Because remember, I'm not trading from FVG, OBs. I'm trading from FVGs. So yes, we did hold out of this. It looks like we did hold out of this FVG right here. What I'm looking for is that threshold for that 50% for FVGs to hold, which we broke on that right there. So I'm still skeptical between those longs. Just personal preference, and again, just a lot of backtesting. What do you think it's headed to upside? I don't think so right now, because we broke out of the levels that we were going to be headed to the upside, right? But this is very choppy right now. It's just not ideal to even try to get a setup right now. We do have this very nice analog sign to look at. Retrace inside the supply zone on M1. I mean, if you think it's going higher, I don't want to trade right now. That's the honest truth. I'd rather just wait. I don't know, man. I don't know what he wants to do right now. I don't know. I don't know, brother. It's very choppy, you know? It's not ideal to trade this right now. It's gonna call it a day, but I really don't see price doing anything that I want to see, so I'm just gonna call it a day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I might trade tomorrow, like in the morning, you know? I definitely don't think that we are bearish for SPX. No, I do not think so, because if you look at price here, we have this OP that we're still rejecting from. So this OP is kind of the main objective. When you're looking at bigger time frames, then I don't apply FVGs. I look at OPs. So as long as we're not breaking this FVG, and if you want to have more context, once this is broken, you have to be looking for the 50%. So as long as this 50% right here is not being broken for SPX, we're still bullish. You know, if we are to break that 50%, then we are bearish, right? Like, let's take a look at differences between these OBs, right? Sometimes you can see we even kind of drop below them. We confuse the retail trader, and from there we go up higher, right? From here, this one, we kind of had this down close. We didn't even reach the 50%. We were unable to, and then went up higher. And then for this one right here, right, looks like we're just mitigating that. So structure is still being present within longs for SPX, right? I wouldn't count that for shorts. Right now, gold looks a little bit suspicious, right? This demand zone's this looks a little bit too much now for my liking to try to go for some longs here. Definitely trying to seek these equal lows on here to try to go for some shorts, you know? Try to go for some shorts here, grab all the liquidity below, and then from there maybe try to continue going for some longs. We'll see. EU, I still think that we are in a complete LMXM here. I think it's just a sweep of liquidity. So this could be that first level of distribution, but prices don't drop down lower. But I'm not gonna call anything out because again, price is just kind of all around. But I do favor the shorts right now because of this. Because of this, we had that sweep, and we broke out of that M5 FVG that I told you guys here. This is considered a break, right? I would consider that definitely a solid break of structure. And if anything, if you were looking for some longs here, once price made this OP here and we start breaking this, then I would definitely just close it out. Why? Because we were longs for a second. Once we made the structure point here, we rebalanced this. Right there, we were definitely long. Then price made this new OB. And then from there, we just looks like we broke that. So, you can honestly go for the shorts again, bro. Like it's gonna drop. It's gonna drop. It's just a matter of when. You can take those shorts again for sure, man. It's gonna drop, bro. It's gonna drop. That's like the right there. Oh, right there. Boom. This is there's no FVG. There's no FVG that makes sense here either. M3, M4. There's just no FVG, man. I was so want to take the shorts, but there's just no FVG that makes sense to me. I want to, guys. I want to, but honestly, I feel like it's just gambling. If I'm taking those shorts there, I feel like I'm just gambling there because there's no structure point that makes sense to me. So I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna go to sleep, guys. All right, but you guys will see tomorrow. We'll go over this tomorrow and see actually how it played out. All right, guys. So you guys in a bit. You guys know how it goes, man. Don't over trade. Don't over leverage. Still trading. I appreciate you guys. 100K on the gram. Love you guys all. Especially the 20 of you that are always here, man. Peace, Charles. Take it easy, homie. Don't over trade. Don't over leverage. Peace.